The human mind was never meant to grasp the scale of the universe, yet we try. From the moment we first looked up and charted the stars, we have asked one question again and again: how far can we go? And the universe does not make it easy. Even our nearest celestial neighbors are mind-bendingly far. To visit Proxima Centauri, the closest known star beyond our solar system, we would need to travel over 4 light years, around 25 trillion miles. With today's fastest spacecraft, such a trip would take tens of thousands of years. Not centuries, millennia. That's just across the street in cosmic terms. The Milky Way galaxy is over 100,000 light-years wide. And beyond that, countless more galaxies stretch across a universe so vast that even light, the fastest thing in existence, struggles to cross it in any meaningful amount of time. The scale is crushing. And yet, we wonder, is there a way to beat this system? Is the cosmic speed limit truly unbreakable? Or is there a hidden pathway, a tunnel through the stars, waiting to be discovered? This is where the concept of the wormhole emerges, not as fantasy, but as mathematical possibility. At its core, a wormhole is a hypothetical passage through space-time, a bridge, a tunnel, a shortcut. The idea first arose from the equations of Einstein's general theory of relativity. In 1935, Einstein and physicist Nathan Rosen identified a curious solution to Einstein's field equations. They found that a certain configuration of gravity, under extreme conditions, could create a connection between two distant points in space-time. This connection became known as the Einstein-Rosen bridge. We now call it a wormhole. Picture space-time as a two-dimensional sheet. On one edge of the sheet is Earth, on the other, a distant star system. The normal route between them would be a straight line across the surface, tens of light years long. But fold the sheet and bring the 2 points together. A wormhole punches through that fold, linking two regions that were once impossibly far apart. In theory, travel through such a tunnel could allow you to traverse astronomical distances in seconds. It sounds like science fiction, but it's grounded in serious theoretical physics. The allure of wormholes is obvious. They hold the promise of interstellar travel without the need for impossible speeds or centuries-long voyages. Imagine crossing the galaxy not in generations, but in moments. Imagine sending messages across the universe instantly. Imagine standing at the edge of one solar system and stepping into another. Even more tantalizing, some models suggest wormholes could connect not just distant points in space, but in time. One mouth of a wormhole, if accelerated and returned to its origin, would experience time differently, thanks to relativity. The result? A time differential between the two ends. Travel through such a wormhole, and you could emerge in the past or the future. In theory, wormholes could unlock time travel, a concept long confined to dreams and paradoxes. They raise thrilling and terrifying possibilities. But if wormholes are real, and if they are traversable, why haven't we found them? Here's the sobering truth. Nature doesn't give up shortcuts easily. The types of wormholes described by Einstein and Rosen, and those that appear in many theoretical models, are highly unstable. The very act of entering one could cause it to collapse instantaneously, snapping shut like a clenched jaw. Any particle attempting to pass through, even light, would never make it to the other side. To remain open, a wormhole would need to be stabilized by something extraordinary, exotic matter. Unlike ordinary matter, which has positive mass and energy, exotic matter must possess negative energy density and negative pressure, strange properties that would act against gravity, holding the wormhole throat open rather than allowing it to collapse. Do we have such matter? Not exactly. But in quantum physics, strange things happen. In certain vacuum conditions, like the Casimir effect, negative energy densities do appear, albeit briefly and on incredibly small scales. This hints that exotic matter might not be entirely impossible, but producing, storing, and manipulating enough of it to stabilize a macroscopic wormhole? That is a challenge far beyond our current capabilities. Without exotic matter, a traversable wormhole remains a beautiful idea imprisoned by brutal reality. Let's go further. If wormholes connect points in space, and relativity allows time to pass differently at each mouth, then wormholes might allow us to create closed loops in time. This isn't idle speculation. In 1988, physicist Kip Thorne and his team explored whether wormholes could serve as time machines. Their answer? Mathematically, yes. You could potentially move one end of a wormhole at relativistic speed, then return it to the origin. The two ends would now be in different frames of time, connected across both space and time. This opens a Pandora's box. Could you go back in time and meet yourself? Prevent an event? Cause a paradox? The classic grandfather paradox, where you go back in time and prevent your own existence, threatens to unravel causality itself. Many physicists are uneasy with this idea. Some argue that quantum effects would prevent such paradoxes from ever occurring. Stephen Hawking proposed the chronology protection conjecture, suggesting the laws of the universe conspire to prevent time travel altogether. In these views, nature has a built-in firewall, a kind of cosmic veto power, against causality violations, but the equations still allow it. And that alone keeps the question alive. So, do wormholes really exist? We've never observed one. No telescope has spotted a star orbiting an invisible tunnel. No spacecraft has disappeared through a cosmic throat. But we haven't ruled them out, either. Some theorists suggest wormholes might be hiding in plain sight, perhaps inside black holes. Black holes are the ultimate gravitational objects. Some solutions to Einstein's equations, such as the Kerr metric describing rotating black holes, contain structures that resemble wormholes. But no one knows if these structures are physical or just mathematical artifacts. Other theories propose that wormholes could exist at the quantum scale, tiny, ephemeral connections between particles forming and vanishing in fractions of a second. This idea, sometimes called quantum foam, suggests that space-time at its most fundamental level may be riddled with tiny, turbulent wormholes. Could we ever detect them? Maybe. Could we ever build one? That's harder to say. Even if a naturally occurring wormhole existed, accessing it would be a staggering engineering challenge. First, it would need to be large enough to pass through. Most predicted wormholes are microscopic. We would need to enlarge it, possibly with exotic energy, gravitational manipulation, or technology we don't yet possess. Then, we need to stabilize it, keep it from collapsing when anything enters. This is where exotic matter becomes indispensable. Without it, the tunnel collapses into nothingness. Finally, there's the question of navigation. Where does a wormhole lead? Could we aim it? Or are we opening a door without knowing what's on the other side? A wormhole might connect to a distant galaxy, or it might open into an uninhabitable void, or worse, a singularity. We're not just talking about faster-than-light travel. We're talking about stepping into a doorway without any idea what lies on the other side. So what are wormholes, really? Are they cosmic shortcuts, written into the blueprint of space-time? Or are they illusions, mathematical artifacts that vanish the moment we try to build them? Maybe they're both. Maybe wormholes exist in theory, but not in nature. Or maybe they're out there, rare, ancient, and hidden. Maybe the universe does allow shortcuts, but only for those who master its deepest secrets. In science, not every question has an immediate answer. Some concepts, like wormholes, challenge the very limits of human thought. They force us to confront the boundaries of space, time, causality, and reality itself.